misconception about creating a beautiful home is thinking that you have to do everything all at once. And I understand where that comes from, because every time we see something, it's all done. It seemed like there was no mistake, there was no budget. It was just, we have all this cash, no, get it done. Today, honestly, I'm gonna take a different approach to how I've been looking at to truly create a beautiful home. Really take a different approach and plan, and let me know what y'all think. It's different. It's not like breaking news or groundbreaking. Let's get into the video. I'm going to show you how you can approach this without being stressful, without being stressed, without overspending, without over decorating, without feeling like I can't do this and I can't do that, because we're taking our time. We're not rushing. We're allowing ourselves to be inspired. We're not copying. We're going to see yourself in our homes. Let's do this. Stop decorating impulsively. Start planning. As with anything, we need a plan. I think we have to take that approach the same way how we're going to decorate our home. The same way we plan to buy our home, which we had to save, we had to budget, we had to make some sacrifices. I really believe that that same method, that same technique can work to how we can truly decorate our home and not be stressed out about it. Take a moment to walk through each space and write down, what is it that I want in this room to complete this room? What is it that this room is missing? What do I need to take out if I need to take something out? What does this room truly need? And it could be as basic. It could be as basic as I need to add a pillow on the bed, or I need to replace my pillow insert. It could be as basic as that, because life happened, stuff happened, we forget. Then it becomes a build down and a build up of I gotta do this, I gotta do that. When you have a plan and you can go back to it, it really and truly helps and minimize stress and anxiety. I'm doing it right now. Write on things that you want to improve. For example, you've been in your home for at least 10 years. The carpet on the floor is worn. Over time, I would like to change the carpet. I would like to improve the quality. I'd like to get a more elevated carpet to what I have right now. Write it down. I don't care if it's gonna cost you. Write it down under the room. Say for example, you walk into your guest bedroom, da 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 da, owner suite, da 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 da, kid room, da 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 da, living room, da 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 da. I don't care. Write it down. The point is to get it out your head and onto paper, because then you can free this up and truly have more time to think through things and plan accordingly. The moment you have a plan, things really become a little bit easier. Not perfect. I think it becomes more manageable. You can see yourself like, this makes sense, that makes sense. Oh, I can really do this. I can really do this. My next point, prioritize the change that makes the biggest difference. Not every upgrade has the same impact. You know what I mean? For example, say one of the things you want to upgrade is to have the right rug size in your home, compared to I need a new vase to put flowers in. What do you think will make the room feel better? Of course, having the right rug size. Once you have your list, then you can definitely prioritize, what do I need to do first, second, third, fourth, and so on and so forth. This also allows you to save for your larger project if you need. If there's something on your list that is like really expensive, this allows you to source the piece, research the costs, find something, compare prices, and really allow you to, I can give myself 3 to 6 months to save for this particular thing, then I can get this done. Point number 3, refresh your home. To refresh your home, I'm talking about refresh the paint on your walls, refresh the trim work, refresh the baseboards. Those are things that get scuffed almost daily because we're living in our home. We have kids, we're touching the walls, we're always moving furniture around, so things get scuffed up. Find yourself a good handyman. Thank goodness for Alex that I've been working with for almost over 10 years. Find yourself a good handyman that you can trust, that really knows your style and know the type of work that you like in your home, well done, professional. Schedule with them to come in and do these things. If you're not able to do it yourself, be okay with outsourcing out. If you don't have yourself an Alex, go on Thumbtack Go on and go even on Facebook sometimes. Sometimes you can ask your friends or your neighbor. In my community, we use the what's it called, the neighborhood, the Nextdoor app, and people talk about different tradesmen that they work with that you can have referrals from, and you can reach out to them and see how you can build a relationship and have that person come and do the things in your home that needs to be done. Maintenance is also decorating. Maintenance allows you to truly enjoy the things that you use your money and time to accumulate. Point number 4, upgrade the things that you actually live with. Like, Nadia, what do you mean? Within this particular tip, I'm talking about like bath towels, your sheets, your utensils in your kitchen, your plates, the things that we use every day. Again, entire video is about real life things happening. How many times have you like to your kitchen drawer and the fork, because the forks as legs, they walk away. So now you're down to 3 forks and 5 people live in the household. Plates has been broken because, hey, Johnny, broke the cereal bowl. And as those things are happening, sometimes we don't even make a proper assessment to say it's time to replace these things. Now's the time as you're walking around your home to realize, okay, it's time for me to get some new dishes. It's time for me to get some new utensils. It's time for me to get some new towels. It's time for me to replace the sheets. So those are what I'm making reference to right here. Replace, upgrade the things that we use every day. Don't just decorate the things that people see. Improve things that you use every day. You deserve to have beautiful things. You deserve to have things that at your fingertip that truly makes your life feel better and allow you to utilize the space in your home the right way and just do what you need to do to just live. To have an elevated home is all about trying to make sure to finish the things that you started. My final tip in this is build your home one project at a time. Build your home by being intentional. Build your home by sticking to a plan and honestly having a budget that allows you to do what you need to do to get certain things be completed. And I'm not talking about I don't got $10,000 to do this. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Because to hang some picture and fix drapery might cost you a couple $100. We got that because we spent it at home since last week on pillars, right? We have artwork that need to be hung properly. We got that. I know you have it, right? If you don't have it, then you get the price, you put in your book, I want to hang this picture next month and the cost is $250. How can I get to $250? And I'm not saying stop getting your coffee. Never say that. But we can cut down the amount of runs we run to home goods and buy random things that we don't need. You see what I'm saying? And if we put that money towards that, we can get the pictures hung and get it hung properly. Because we got to find the anchor, we got to find the stud, right? We don't want the picture to be lopsided. We want the picture to be straight, we want to be at the right height, so it can look beautiful. And then once that's done, we can mark it up and move on to something else. Use one project at a time to complete your home. That will allow you to be more intentional about the things in your home and what you're trying to do. If y'all been following me for a long time, y'all know my home did not look like this in the beginning. We went through different phases of trial and error, different projects, different furniture pieces. So clearly, if I'm creating my home with you on the internet, on YouTube, and you're seeing my mistakes and you're seeing the phase that I'm going through, you have to know that that's how it works for all of us. When you look through Pinterest and you look through your beautiful magazine and you see beautiful homes or you see your favorite creator home, it's a process. It took time. And sometimes they themselves may not have a plan, but once they find a designer or an architect or a builder and you tell them what they need, that person create a plan. That's how I can build a home in 6 months and get it to you in 6 months. That's how I can tell you if you add this to the building, it's going to affect your budget. It's the same approach we have to take in decorating a home. And that's just being intentional. And that's just being serious. No BS. And I think I'm at a place in my life when it comes to my home that I just want to truly enjoy it. And I want you guys to enjoy your home as well. Regardless of size. I don't care if you live in an apartment. I don't care if you're in a studio. I don't care if you're renting a room from your mom. I don't care if you're in the basement. I don't care if you turn the garage into a 1-bedroom suite. I don't care. Take your time, build your space one project at a time. Be intentional, plan, budget, smile, and in the process. Enjoy the process. I always tell you guys, don't compare your beginning to someone else's end. None of us should do that. And I know we all do it. I'm guilty of it sometimes. And I have to catch myself. I don't know your journey. You don't know mine. But I can definitely tell you that you can do it. Alright guys, that's all I have for you today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know it's a little bit different, but I just want us to get it right. You have some fun in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.